But like even just when everybody heard that like me and my husband had threesomes before, it was like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
nah.
That was all me. That was all me. Like, but I hate the idea of people thinking like it's always the guy that wants this, that, so she can introduce you to.
Teyana Taylor just discovered her ex, Iman, Shumpert, in a situation no one could have imagined. Not with a random fan or a woman from the club, but with her cousin. The betrayal was beyond shocking. It was vile, heartbreaking, and deeply personal. The moment Teyana walked into that room and saw the truth with her own eyes, her entire world turned upside down. People close to her say she wasn't merely suspicious. She had undeniable proof with no chance for denial. Her screams reportedly reverberated throughout the entire house loud enough that even the neighbors could hear. She collapsed to the floor, trembling, sobbing, and completely shattered. It was as if she were trapped in a nightmare she couldn't escape. The overwhelming pain, shock, and disbelief hit her all at once like a powerful blow. This wasn't just any cheating scandal. It was an absolute emotional catastrophe. Teyana had reportedly been feeling uneasy for weeks, maybe even months, suspecting that something wasn't quite right. She began to pick up on small details. The unusual closeness between Iman and her cousin, in the way they shared private laughs, exchanged secretive looks when they thought no one was watching, and held late-night chats that left her feeling left out. At first, she convinced herself she was just imagining things. After all, it's family. They're probably just comfortable with each other. But deep down, something fell off. If Iman grew increasingly distant, dismissing her whenever she asked questions. Her cousin, normally warm and caring, started avoiding eye contact and barely spoke around her. It was as if they were hiding a secret far too heavy to reveal. Teyana knew she needed to uncover the truth for herself. One night, she decided to show up unannounced. She didn't tell anyone, not even her assistant, where she was headed. Quietly, she parked outside and let herself in with her key, trying to stay as silent as possible. Her heart was pounding. She hoped she'd be mistaken, and that behind that door she'd find calm, not heartbreak. But as she approached the bedroom, a sinking feeling hit her. The door creaked open, and what she saw stole the air from her lungs. As Iman lay shirtless in bed, eyes wide with shock, and tangled in the sheets beside him was her cousin, barely covered. Her scent lingered in the room, and clothes were scattered everywhere like the aftermath of a wild party. It was real, undeniable. Teyana couldn't believe her eyes. Her cousin scrambled to cover herself, stammering excuses about it not being what it seemed, but it was exactly what it looked like. Iman didn't even bother denying it. He just stood there stunned, like he was caught off guard by something he never expected. Teyana's scream was filled with more than anger. It was pain that cut deep. Are you serious with her? Her voice broke as tears poured down her face. She fell to the floor, sobbing and screaming, completely frozen in place. That sight, she would always remember that scent and that feeling of betrayal. Teyana wasn't paying attention as her cousin tried to explain. That moment destroyed not just their love, but their entire family. Teyana thought that everything was eternal at that particular instant. She cried angrily and trembled as she left the house. Following that, there were no explanations, no words of exchange, and no please. She blacklisted Iman and her cousin on all texting apps and social media right away. That night, her cousin was compelled to leave the house. There were no conversations or opportunities for forgiveness. Iman made several attempts to reach her by texting, phoning, and even leaving voicemails, but she never responded. According to friends, Teyana lost all self-control and smashed several of Iman's possessions. In a fit of rage, she closed herself in her room and remained silent for hours, since she was so overwhelmed by everything. According to reports, she was relocated to live with a family to protect her kid from seeing her suffering. Teyana's team just mentioned emergency without providing any further details. He means silence online spoke volumes in the interim. In his absence, his guilt was evident. The situation deteriorated in the days that followed. The family was being torn apart by a profound personal divide that began as a startling scandal. Known for her quiet power and serene manner, Mother allegedly addressed Iman directly at a private meeting and smacked him without hesitation. She had accepted Iman into their house and loved him like a son. So for many, this was more than simply an angry outburst. It was a reaction to deep hurt. She couldn't heal from the hurt of witnessing him inflict such chaos in their lives. But her rage wasn't limited to Iman. According to reports, she yelled at her niece Teyana's cousin, shattering any hopes of family unity. "You've died." That was the beginning of a severe and maybe long-lasting. Members of the family soon took sides. A number of family members severed all connections with Iman, and the cousin siblings unfollowed them on social media without uttering a single word, demonstrating their allegiances. No one was ready to listen to the cousin's mother's attempts to step in and defuse the situation to patch things up and safeguard her daughter. Nothing she said could mend the damage caused by the shattered trust. Dinners that were once animated and full of laughter have become tense and silent. Some family members stopped attending, the scars that may never fully heal. It wasn't just about romance. Even the youngest members of the household experienced that children started to inquire, perplexed by the abrupt quiet and the absence of those they had previously. There was, sometimes, just the empty area where embraces and giggles had previously taken place. Parents found it difficult to answer without revealing too much, yet it was impossible to hide the tension. What happened among the adults affected everyone, including the little children who couldn't understand what was happening. As the family attempted to come to terms with the betrayal, fans all around the world were reacting as well. Social media erupted when the altercation was reported online. In particular, Twitter became a focal point for indignation. Your relative? One commenter added, "That's just unforgivable," echoing the sentiments of many. While some admirers said they had long seen warning signals, others were taken aback by the revelation. Whatever. What was the Teyana? Her silent reaction to the betrayal was interpreted as a show of strength rather than weakness. She didn't have to criticize anyone in public. She let the situation's actuality do the talking. Iman and the cousin were subjected to constant criticism on the internet. In an attempt to determine when things fall apart, people combed through old photographs, interviews, and family recollections. Messages praising Teyana and vehemently denouncing those who had deceived her flooded comment sections. While admirers posted videos and pictures of Teyana from the past in which she appeared, cautious or uneasy, signs they now understood to be her quietly bearing emotional sorrow for a long time, influencers expressed their thoughts. Silently, even celebrities began to pay attention. There were rumors that celebrities like Taraji P. and Keke Palmer. Teyana had received a private message from Henson offering their assistance. They didn't think it was necessary to post in public. On sites like YouTube, Instagram Live, and TikTok, simply being present behind the scenes made a big impression. The narrative picked up speed quite fast. Comments were no longer the exclusive topic. They were going deep. Videos emerged that dissected the chronology, examined how familial betrayal affects people more deeply than others, and praised Teyana for maintaining her composure through it all. Fans have grown even more protective of Teyana amid all the turmoil. She has gained a lot of respect for her ability to keep her head held high while the world analyzes her suffering. Her maturity is being praised. Her silent determination and decision to avoid interacting with individuals who have harmed her businesses are also signs of support. Teyana's calm demeanor has made her more appealing than other celebrities who can lose endorsement deals amid controversies. She is now a potent symbol of resiliency in addition to being a gifted artist and performer. Although tragic, this experience may serve as the impetus for Teyana's next significant artistic project, according to those close to Teyana, who is focused on her kid. Rumor has it that she is considering leaving the city and all of its unpleasantness, where she won't be reminded of the individuals who cheated on her. Memories begin anew. If so, it could be more suitable to retake control of her peace on terms, rather than to go away. In relation to Iman, his status seems to be irreparable. It hasn't helped that he hasn't spoken since the event. It has, if anything, exacerbated the situation. He's waiting for the controversy to end, but stories like these don't go away easily. There is no way to reverse what has occurred, and no well-crafted apology can make the hurt go away or repair the harm. He's already lost in the public's eyes. However, Teyana is winning on her terms by prioritizing herself and choosing peace rather than taking revenge or venting her frustrations. She is demonstrating to everyone that when self-respect is at the core of silence, it may be more powerful than words. People are keeping a tight eye on her, and she has complete control over what happens next. They hope she is. May be the pivotal moment that changes her life on a personal and professional level. Although she has experienced heartbreak in the past, this time feels different. The individuals she trusted most to protect her heart were the ones who betrayed her. They broke it instead. She's still standing, though. She continues to make her own decisions. That's real power. Her admirers support her every step of the way and urge her to keep going. Nobody can predict with certainty what she will do next. However, it will inevitably be strong. It stings more deeply when the betrayal originates inside the family. Takes longer to heal and leaves more noticeable scars. There's more to Teyana's story than just rumors. It's a